Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. Had to go over Zero Hedge this morning. Unbelievable stuff coming out, behind the scenes stuff between the battles between the good guys and the bad guys that people have been yelling at me for so long. There's no such thing as good guys, Bix. Uh, I usually just blow them off. Now there's so much evidence that it is happening. The bad guys are being taken out, and it's becoming public, which is awesome. About time, obviously, but there's a lot more to come. Here's the latest. Tony Podesta threatens Tucker Carlson after bombshell report on Russian influence peddling. The Podesta brothers are knee-deep in this, and they also run the pedophile ring, which they'll get to later. But this is all about the Russian setup. Trump was being set up by Paul Manafort, who worked for Podesta and the Clinton group. Unbelievable. And that's why Trump fired him. Actually, the way Trump found this out was through a director at the NSA, Admiral Rogers, came in and told Trump, disobeying his superiors, came in and told Trump he was being set up with this Russia thing, and Trump has known about this all along. Remember, the NSA has all the emails from Clinton, from Podesta, from Mueller, from Comey, from everybody in the Obama White House. They have all the documentation and emails and phone conversations of everybody because they listen to everybody illegally, which is another story. But now it's coming out into the open. It's going to get ugly. When Trump said this is the calm before the storm, he was not lying again. So we are in the storm. The storm is getting hotter and hotter. This Podesta thing is not going to go away. This is at the heart of the problem, one of the many hearts of the problem, including the pedophilia, including the ritual sacrifice, including the money laundering through the Clinton Global Initiative. This is gigantic. This is the deep state being taken down. A faction of the deep state. That's the other thing. It's not all of the deep state. This is a faction, a rogue faction, really, of the deep state run by the Clintons to basically steal all the money they can get their hands on. So that is breaking. Corey Feldman vows to release the names of 6 powerful Hollywood pedophiles. All this is coming out. There's nowhere to hide. If you've been involved in this, your best thing to do is to raise your hand and say, I know people, and run to the police and run to the FBI and run to the CIA and run to whoever is investigating this and say, for a lighter sentence, I'll turn over a lot of names. So there's going to be a lot of names, thousands of names, high up in Hollywood, high up in New York City, high up in Washington, D.C., high up in Chicago. Those are the hot spots for the real bad crap that went down. It's all happening, my friends. The government continues attempts to take down Bitcoin through nefarious means. The government really dislikes it when people make a living by conducting moral business practices without paying for their permission to do so. Absolutely. But the good guys, again, this is a battle between the good guys and the bad guys. The good guys behind the scenes are going to let Bitcoin flourish, are going to let the cryptos flourish. If you aren't in them yet, you're kicking yourself. Absolutely, you need to be knee-deep in them. And not only Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin goes up, going up right now as people learn more and more. But the more and more you learn about Bitcoin, the more you learn about blockchain technology and the companies that can replace our criminal companies. Our currently criminal companies will be replaced by blockchain technologies with a truth and honesty machine. You're going to see these altcoins go up thousands of times from where they are today, literally. And you deserve that kind of reward for getting into it early and taking that risk, taking your risk capital and putting in these companies very early. And it will come. And 2018 is going to be the breakout year. By this time, 2018, if you're listening to this video right now and you have invested in some of the cryptocurrencies and crypto companies especially, by this time next year, you will be a millionaire or a billionaire or a trillionaire, because everything from the old economy is going to be shifting over as more and more of the revelations of the deep state come out. And I've been talking about this for a while. And yes, silver will go someday. Silver will be released someday. A lot of people talking about the CME, or the COMEX is talking about implementing futures and options for Bitcoin. I say go for it. Is there going to be a delivery mechanism? Because I know people behind the scenes who will take delivery like that and destroy the COMEX market. No, they cannot do the same thing with the cryptocurrencies that they're doing for gold and silver. It's already being done, really, on these exchanges that don't actually transact Bitcoin or cryptocurrency on the blockchain. They're transacting these exchanges work out of a pool, and that pool is subject to having not enough of the cryptocurrencies that they trade, and that's obvious by the volumes, as we saw in China when they were trading millions and millions of Bitcoin every single day. When we all know there's only 16 at the time, it was 16 million or 14 million Bitcoins had been ever mined, and yet these exchanges are trading millions every day, and it's ridiculous. So yes, there is ways to short Bitcoin, but it blows up every time. It blew up in China. It blew up in Mt. Gox in Japan. Those saying, oh, all the trading is going to Japan. No, the Japanese are not good regulators. They're criminals, just like the rest of them. So I'm not scared about the COMEX. The COMEX, I think they require a delivery aspect, and if they have a delivery aspect, any one of these people that the big money that is in Bitcoin and wants to see it succeed will just take delivery of their Bitcoin and walk away, leaving all the naked shorts there to default, just like this is going to happen on the CRIMEX in silver. So I'm not afraid of that. Dying malls increasingly rely on taxpayer handouts for survival. That's insane. This is Cliff High's data, too. This is another webbot hit of the 10 million webbot hits. He said these malls will be like ghost towns, and people will start living in them. Very interesting there. Scary charts everywhere. Podesta fires back. I'm a victim of a big lie. This guy literally needs to go to get the death penalty. Absolutely. What he has done to children, what he has done to the voters, what he has done to our justice system, what he has done to everything that the United States stands for, he has destroyed it. One single asshole. He absolutely deserves the death penalty for what he's done to these children. And just read the Podesta emails that are already out. You know, they're still hiding some, but they're already out there. This guy is as bad as they get. And if you don't understand that, you need to wake up. Luckily, the Podestas are going to be drawn into this Russia thing. They will spend lifetime in jail for treason, for sedition, you name it. But I do think the pedophilia will come out very soon. So hold on to your hats, my friends. All right, stocks, U.S. dollar, Japanese yuan, jump on Trump tax, phase down comments. If the stock market goes up, Steve Mnuchin clicked his mouse. If the U.S. dollar to Japanese yuan moves anywhere, it is because it is yuan. It's the yen. Anywhere is because Steve Mnuchin clicked his mouse. If you see gold go up, it's because Steve Mnuchin clicked his mouse. If you see silver go up or down, it's because Steve Mnuchin clicked his mouse. Steve Mnuchin was the head of IT for Goldman Sachs. His job was to rig the markets via computers, and that's what he's doing at the U.S. Treasury, period. So I don't even look at it when it says stocks are up, stocks are down, dollars sideways, gold, silver, oil, you name it. Pat Buchanan exposes the other plot to bring Trump down. Thus, we have Free Beacon neocons, never Trump Republicans, the Hillary Clinton campaign, the DNC, a British spy, and comrades of Russian intelligence and perhaps the FBI, all working with secret money and seedy individuals to destroy a candidate they cannot defeat in the free election. This is absolutely what's going on, my friends, and they're going to be taken down. And yes, this will be a constitutional crisis because everything's going to happen at the same moment. I didn't think it would happen for 180 days. I made that statement a little while ago. I don't know. Is it going to be a small bump or is it going to be a bang? Revelations. If the Podesta brothers go down, there's a lot of people that will go down with them, including the Clintons and the Bushes and all the rest of the insane people in Washington, D.C. Trump calls on Podesta brothers to drain the swamp by revealing earth-shattering dirt on Democrats. The biggest story yesterday. The one that has the Dems in a dither is Podesta running from his firm. Yes, Tony Podesta. Tony Podesta quit as the head of Podesta Group. And there's no board, by the way. There's no board of Podesta Group. It's just Tony and John Podesta. Amazing. How is that even legal? What he knew about the Crooked Dems is earth-shattering. He and his brother could drain the swamp, which would be yet another campaign promise filled. Fake News Week. They are the swamp. They're the swamp, maestros. They are leading this insanity that is going on in Washington and in L.A. and in Chicago and in New York City. So those are the big ones, the big criminal hotspots that Trump is going to drain. Bitcoin surges to new highs as the CME launches Bitcoin futures in fourth quarter. Jamie Dimon continues to be look like the criminal idiot that he is. Yes, JP Morgan will go down. It will be exposed by the way that they own 650 to 700 million ounces of physical silver. The Hunt brothers only held 100 million ounces, and the SEC and the CME came in and busted them for cornering the market on silver. Why does Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan get to own 6 or 7 times what the Hunt brothers had? Yes, they are in collusion. Let's see what else. Ooh, look at that. More than 200 dead after tunnel collapses at North Korea nuclear test site. Can you say secret weapon of the United States? I would say most likely on that one. America's consumer confidence highest since the peak of the dot-com bubble. I don't know anybody who's confident, truthfully. I mean, maybe it's the circles I deal in that are all, gloom and doom, but I don't know anybody who's just killing it. So we'll see what happens to that very soon. All right, that's your Zero Hedge for the day. The battles are coming out into the open. The battles for our freedom, the draining of the swamp is happening. I'm very excited about it, as you can tell. If you haven't yet, go get your cryptos. Oh my God, this is a screaming time to buy cryptos. November, December are going to be huge, but January, February, March, April, May, June, July are going to be the coming out party for Bitcoin and the cryptos. Bitcoin, 10,000 by the end of the year. I said it back in December of last year. I'm saying right now, the altcoins are going to do 10 times better than Bitcoin over the next year. Not because Bitcoin's not going to do much. It's going to double or triple by June. But the altcoins, if you pick the right ones, we're talking 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times from where their valuations are right now. Where you can, with a little effort, you can go out and pick up these cryptos and then just sit down and watch the show for the next 6 months. And you'll be a millionaire, no matter how much you put in practically. It is crazy, yes, and this has happened all before, and we're just living through it again. And one day you'll turn around and say, oh my God, I wish I bought cryptos when Bick said to buy cryptos. But we live and we learn. You learned lessons already, and you're going to learn more lessons in the future, and so am I. So that's it for right now, and I'm just real excited about watching the news and seeing what's going to happen to the Podesta brothers, because they are kind of the head of the spear to get the Clintons and the Bushes and all these criminals to be put away for good, finally. It's Weir. I'll talk to you later.